Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. All right, Divine Feminines, pull up a chair. We got to talk. And this is like the talk of all talks, okay? Before I do so, let me go ahead and spray some Kit Karma Ass Spray. Oh my God, you guys, I cannot get over how good this smells. And for all of you that have ordered the Kit Karma Ass Spray, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I hope that you guys have taken your spiritual baths during this new eclipse that we just had on July the 3rd. It still is not too late. You can still take advantage of these energies. It will last at least about 3 or 4 days after the eclipse. And so I just wanted to get that out there. Let me go ahead and call in some help. We'll get right into this reading. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. Okay. Divine Feminine, you have been dealing with someone who has been objectifying you, someone who has been lying to you about the way that they feel. They have been putting on a front and making you believe and having you under the impression that they've moved on from you, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. The person that you are dealing with is not only a narcissist, but a sociopath and a psychopath. And I mean that. I'm not being mean. This is the energy that I've channeled. I've sat here honestly before I even uploaded this video for a good 30 minutes in meditation. I laid all the cards down. And for those of you that are into this, I am using the Messenger Oracle and the Mystic, City Mystic New York Tarot. By the way, I love the art on this tarot deck. It is just amazing. The artist has taken different pictures in different buildings and skyscrapers in New York and various other places and made a whole beautiful tarot deck out of it. And she even goes into the meanings behind it, and she used a lot of Kabbalism, a lot of things like the tree of life and all of that from the Kabbalah into this deck, and it's just very high vibrational, and I love using high vibrational tarot, and that's the reason why I have also done my second deck, which is a tarot deck instead of an oracle deck. And that deck is called Nine Ether Higher Realms. OMG. My guides, my ancestors, my angels, and my wayshowers have really went above and beyond with me on this deck, helping me to design it, helping me with wording and verbiage. It is just, I can't wait to get the prototype so I can play with it for days, because that's just how dope it is. Okay, back to the reading. Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine, I want to say that you and this person are in communication, but the communication isn't what you would hope for it to be. With the King of Wands, this represents your energy, and this is leading your reading. You're very passionate about the person that you're connected to, but I don't feel that this person is giving you mutual reciprocation back in return, which is represented by the Hierophant. I feel like a lot of you guys are married. to your divine masculine, or your divine masculine is married to someone else. But I'm getting that there's infidelity in the relationship. If he's married to someone else, he's still committing infidelity with you. And I feel like not only is he committing infidelity with you, but there's also third party energies that are connected outside of the marriage, you see. And then for those of you that are married to your divine masculine is lying to you about not being intimate with other people, or he may told you that he was intimate with someone once or twice. Your divine masculine has a sexual addiction. He has been sexual with many women many times. And this is something that he has withheld from you. He's not been honest with you about this, and he's not even honest with himself. So how can he be honest with you? You have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, I feel like, divine feminine, you have been having conversations with God. You have been going within because you have been asking for clarity. Because in your heart of hearts, you know that he's been lying to you. But you love him so much that you want to believe his lies, even though he has fed you lies 1,000 times. And each time you've taken them as face value in hopes that he would change. But I'm here to tell you that people like that do not change. A zebra cannot change its stripes. This divine masculine, in order for him to change, he would have to have more than one tire moment, okay? He would have to have tower after tower after tower, because he doesn't respect the boundaries in this union. He doesn't respect the boundaries in this relationship. Confirmation from source. Can't make this stuff up. You see, he has pressed the envelope until the envelope fell off the table. I feel like with this divine masculine and with the 10 of Pentacles, he does care about you. But I think that it's in a lustful way. I believe that he correlates real love with lust. He doesn't know how to differentiate the two. He doesn't know how to decipher real, intrinsic, and genuine love from lust, because all he has ever done is lust after people. He has never truly, really been in love. And so that's why he confuses what real love is. With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like, again, this person has kept the truth at bay from you. And he's not being fully honest about what he does. He's not being fully honest about his feelings and his emotions towards you. Yes, he does care for you. And he does love you in his own warped way of thinking of what love is according to his 3D mind. But he also has other people that he has attached himself to that he also loves. And I feel like oftentimes that he feeds you lies in hopes that you would ingest them so you would stay and you won't leave him, because he even knows that he's not worthy of you. He even knows that he's not deserving of your love, but he in his own mind loves you so much, and this is what he at least tells himself, that he rather lie to you. He rather comfort you with a lie than to hurt you with the truth. When in reality, Spirit is telling me that it's the truth that he's withholding that will set you free, Divine Feminine. You guys need to have the talk of all talks, and you need to lay all the cards out on the table. And you need to set boundaries with this Divine Masculine, because I feel like the fact that you haven't set those boundaries has enabled him to do the things that he has done and that he is doing and get away with them. He believes in his mind that he's above reproach, but he's missing the mark, you see. And if you really want to get him from off of this three-dimensional plane of his existence, and so to move him towards spirituality, you're going to have to put your foot down. Because right now, there's a pink elephant in the room, and the talk that needs to be talked about is not being talked about. I feel like things are being swept up under the rug because you want this new beginning with him. And I feel like this new beginning is going to come for you, but I don't think that it's going to be what you want, because it's not going to be 100% legit. Divine Masculine is not going to come to you in the right energy. Because for so long, Divine Masculine has been willing and dealing this relationship like as if he's playing a house of cards. You see, he hasn't been 100% correct. He has not came 100% correct with you. He's been lying to you. And so therefore, with the Ace of Swords, it is now time for you to cut through the truth, cut through the lies to get to the truth. Nothing good comes from doing wrong. And the Divine Masculine has gotten away with this for so long that he has even convinced himself that everything that he's doing is right, when everything that he is doing is totally wrong. Everything that he's doing is butthole backwards, you see. I don't know why. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. He's taking your love for granted. And like I said again with the Ten of Pentacles, he overly loves you in the wrong way. Like, I feel that you are convinced that he loves you because he's done some things that most normal people wouldn't do. And case in point, let me give you an example. He's tracked you. He's put traces on your phone. Okay? He's so paranoid that he has to know everything that you're doing. Even when you're not together, he has to know everything that you're doing, because that is just how obsessed he is with you. I feel like he has an addiction, an obsession with you. I think that he's more obsessed with you than he is in love with you, because people that love you will not hurt you, at least not deliberately, you see. I believe there are times that you even voiced to the Divine Masculine that you were hurt because of the separation between the two of you. And he has turned it around and objectified you and projected how you were feeling about being separated as a sign of you being insecure and you not trusting him. See that? Divine Feminines, there are some of you that are now listening to my voice at this moment that have even been raped by your Divine Masculine. I'll get to that in just a moment, and I'll get to you on that issue. And why I'm saying this, because I've channeled this and I've laid down the cards that confirm that you've been raped by your Divine Masculine. Some of the things that this Divine Masculine has done to you have been very ugly things. And yet and still, you still want him. You still love him. You still have forgiven him. And I just see him just basically taking your love for weakness, as a sign of weakness. And it has given him even more of an opportunity to hurt you even the more so because of it. Next, you have the Lover's card in reverse. With the Lover's card being in reverse, it lets me know that this person that you are dealing with is still up to no good. He's still lying and conniving and getting his way. With the Lover's card being in reverse, he's the type of man that, or woman, let me not get it twisted, like Jessica Rabbit, right? She's only dating men with money, okay? For divine masculine, he's only dating women that look like models, that got the nice figure and, that have money. And soon as he finds somebody else that's better looking and got a better banging body and more money, he's on to the next. That is what is represented here by these Lovers in reverse card right here. These lovers, he's trading off lovers like he's changing his drawers, if he changes them. How do I know? But I'm just saying, this man, every time you look around, it's like as if he has these women like they're his trophy, like he won something. And then he keeps lying to you and feeding you these web of lies, saying, I'm coming back to you. We're going to get back together. We just need to plan this. We haven't had time to talk about it. We haven't had time to plan. You guys, when you do talk, that's all you talk about is the relationship. And then he keeps on finding fault with you. So he can use that as an excuse and a crutch to stay stuck. You have the Devil card in reverse, which lets me know that this person has issues with sex, sexual addictions. It could be drugs and alcohol involved. Okay, take what resonates. But this person is, I even want to say they're bipolar. Seriously. All right. 1 minute, I feel like they're all cool, calm, and collective. And the next minute, I feel like they're like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You just don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what face you're going to get. But I feel like this person plays life as a game. And these type of individuals, they're the type of individuals that are very heavily attracted to materialism and power. And these are the type of people later on in life, when you find them, they're bums on the street and they're ugly and nobody wants them. They didn't either gain weight and got all fat and out of shape, or they didn't drunk themselves to death and they look skinny like they're withering away. You see. But whatever the case is with this person, with this masculine that you are connected to, this person has issues galore. And I feel like and I sympathize with you, Divine Feminine. I feel like for some of you that I'm talking to in relations to your masculine, this is not a coincidence. This is not even a shock to you. You know that your masculine is just that ate up. And I can hear some of you saying, yup, that's him. Yup, that's exactly how he acts. And this is not to make you feel bad, Divine Feminines. This is not to put you to shame. This is not to air out your dirty laundry and to just exploit your business. This is what is going on in the collective, you guys. If it's happening to one divine feminine, it's happening to all of us because we're all connected. And even though it may not hit you close at home now, with the way that these divine masculines are acting, it will be eventually, or it could be eventually, because you just never know from day to day what they're capable of doing or what they're going to do next. You see, the devil is never a good card when it shows up on a reading, unless you're doing a sex energy reading and then you want to slap and clap hands, because that means that your sex life is off the charts. Only time I want to see the devil show up is if I'm doing a sex energy reading. Other than that, I don't want him to show up. And I'm keeping it 100% real. Because in a sex reading, oh my God, when you see the devil, that just automatically makes your mouth drool. Okay, you just go to a whole nother place. You go to utopia, because you're like, yes, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get it real good. That's the only time I want to see the devil. Otherwise, the devil, when he shows up on any reading, no matter what position he is in, it's always something that is low vibrational. It's always something that is some type of addiction or some type of low way of thinking or a low way of life, low way of living. And the divine masculine has had plenty of opportunities to come clean. But yet and still, he continues to lie. And when I say that somebody is lying, we all know who that somebody is. We're not stupid. We know it's the divine masculine. Of course he's lying, because he has so much to lose. If divine masculine loses divine feminine, he loses his birthright. That's his whole reason for being. That's his whole reason for existing. He is better off dead, metaphorically and spiritually speaking. He is dead spiritually when he doesn't choose his life purpose. His divine feminine is a part of his life purpose. Come on, people. You're not on no spiritual journey alone in no twin flame union being a twin. We all know this. Yes, we eventually have to part our separate ways so we can work out and work through our own karma. And if we have contracts with karmics, yes, especially when we haven't raised our vibration high enough so we don't have to do those sort of things, you see. If only divine masculine knew all it took was just for him to raise his vibration, and he wouldn't even have to fulfill these contracts with these other people. But he wants to because he likes it. Okay? He gets a thrill out of it. It's what he likes. It's sad, but it's true. He loves everything about the street life. He loves everything about the dark. And there are some of you that have a divine masculine that is a bisexual. He is a homosexual. He's a bisexual. And he's keeping it from you. Yes, he's sleeping with other men. And if it's a woman that is a divine masculine, she's sleeping with other females. Take what resonates. But this is the reason why they're not with you. Because he's addicted to sex. And it gives him a different feeling to have it from a man. It gives her a different feeling to have another woman go down on her and give her cunnilingus. It gives him a different feeling to have a man to give him fellatio. It makes his cum 10 times as hard. It makes her come 10 times as hard. just because of the perversion of it all. And yes, I did say perversion, and I'm not going to apologize because it's a perverse act. I know the laws of nature. I know God's natural laws. I own a metaphysical school. Look up the law of gender and you'll know what I'm talking about. That's not my law. That's God's law. And God's laws are immutable. And yes, I am open to all sexualities, and I do not bash or condone anyone's sexual orientation. But when it comes to truth, I will speak it. I'm sure you guys have already found that out already. Anyhow, there's nothing wrong if divine masculine was being honest, if he was sleeping with another man and he wasn't still telling divine feminine that he was coming back to her. If he just stayed in the relationship with the man, so be it. That's his problem. That's his situation. But then when you're married and you're sleeping with other men, and you have a wife at home who's still loving you, who's still doting on you, who is still willing to do anything to be with you, that makes you a coward. And that makes you a punk. Because here's the thing. If you didn't want to be married, then your ass should have stayed single. Bottom line. And here you got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, again, is still that same energy. You're lying to divine feminine, divine masculine, or let's just say masculine. You're not being honest. You're still keeping her in the dark. Okay? And for those of you, the masculines that are not homosexuals or bisexuals, okay? Because that was only for a small select few. That was not for the whole totality of this reading, nor do I want you to even focus on that at this point. I need you to listen to the message that I'm conveying to you about the lies and the deception that needs to end. And the only person that's going to end this is divine feminine. Because now that you know how the masculine moves and operates, and he's moving in the energy of lies and deceit, it's time for you to remove yourself from such a person. Now, this is not something that I'm telling you to do. This is something that I advise you to do for your spiritual sanity and your emotional and physical health. Because when you ignore those conversations with God, you start to have illness set up in your body. I'm trying to tell you, I know what I'm talking about. This is from personal experience. When Source speaks, listen. Because you don't want to be on the other side of God's wrath for you not listening. People say, oh, Source is so loving. God is not a wrathful God. If you told your child 10 times to not put their hands in the fire and their little behinds touch that fire, if you do not discipline that child and whoop that child or spank that child after they deliberately disobeyed you, you don't love your child. Because a father that disciplines their child loves their child. A mother that disciplines their child loves their child. It's abuse when you don't discipline. And you don't always have to discipline by, cardinal punishment. Oh, excuse me. Did not mean to yawn on you guys. I've had a long day today, and yet still I'm getting this reading out to you. So you don't have to do corporal punishment. I didn't mean to say cardinal. You don't have to do corporal punishment in order to discipline, you could discipline by sitting down and having a one-on-one conversation with the child and tell the child, listen, this is what you did. You see the consequences? You got hurt. Next time you do something like that, it may not be something this small. It could have been something that was bigger than just the tip of your finger getting burnt. You could have had your whole arm get burnt off. I mean, you have to let them know the truth of what could potentially happen if they did it again. And that is what Source does. Source loves those that Source reproves. It's in the Bible. That is an act of love from God. Just as well as it will be an act of love for you, Divine Femme, if you set the record straight. Set the masculine straight. He can only do what you allow him to do. Tell me I'm lying. You could have had your masculine back home a long time ago had you put your foot down. And if he don't come back, you've just freed yourself to true love. So true love can come and reign in on you because you certainly deserve it. I am feeling a feminine that have been through so much with this masculine that I'm just at the tip of the iceberg. I'm just scratching the surface. I ain't even got as deep as I really know. I know a lot right now. But for the sake of time, I'm not even going to go that deep into what all he has done to you. Honey, some of you Divine Feminine have been physically abused and hit by his fist. He's put his hands on you more than once. So when I tell you what I'm telling you, don't you think I'm guessing anything. I know who I'm talking to. And I know what I'm talking about. You guys have to have that talk of all talks. And when you have this talk, if you give him an ultimatum, you have to stand by it. Because I know how we do as Divine Feminine. We like to cry wolf. If you keep doing this, I'm going to leave you. All right. If you keep on dealing with her, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And then you look and see if he's going to come after you. Because you want a response. And that's the reason why you're saying what you're saying. And you're giving demands and you're giving ultimatums because you want to see action, because you want him to show you that he loves you and that he cares. And you want him to do what you would be willing to do if the roles were reversed. But that's just it. They're not us. A man is going to do what a man wants to do if you allow him to do so. You know, I remember growing up and I used to hear my mother and I used to hear her girlfriends talk about men. Oh, all men cheat. Oh, honey, you know, you got you a good one there. At least he comes home. At least he comes home my ass. Let him cheat on me. He won't be coming to this home. Okay? I will be that woman that would be by myself than to be miserable. It's not worth being in a relationship and being miserable too. Hell, you are in a relationship and a partnership so you can have happiness. Not that the other person is your happiness, but so that person can add to your happiness. And I be ding dong on dang if I sit up there and be in a relationship and I'm miserable too. Hold on. I was miserable before I got into a relationship with you because I was lonely and I was crying and I was begging and I was praying to God to send me a good man. You come along and now I'm still begging and crying and praying to God to send me a good man or to change you? Nuh-uh. It don't work like that. My prayers, they gonna go beyond the ceiling. My prayers are going to be answered. And I know that what I'm praying for is going to come into fruition. And I am not about to accept anything less than what I've asked for. And that should be the same attitude that you have too, Divine Femme. If it's not him, then it will be somebody else. It's not worth holding on to a lost cause, which is represented by the Ten of Wands. This is a relationship that should have been over a long time ago, if you really want my honest opinion. When I see the Ten of Wands in reverse, this means that both of you are tired. You're just holding on for the sake of holding on now. And it's time to walk away. If you was looking for a sign from God, consider this to be so. Because what you've been getting is what you're going to keep on getting. Okay? I don't know if you're looking for this man to change or not. But from the looks of it don't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. At least not on this leg of his journey. Maybe on his next leg of his journey. Okay? I foresee about a good 10 years from now, maybe, just maybe, he might not be as bad as he is now, but he still is going to possess the same character flaws that he has, but he's just not going to act out on all of them, because 10 years from now, his muscle down there ain't going to be working like it's working now. How about that? And that's the only reason why. It's because God is going to step in and is going to physically disable his body member down there, so he stopped doing what the hell he's doing. Because as long as it can get up, he's going to use it. And that's what he's been doing. Let's go ahead and move into the 5D reading. Oh, I love to get into the 5D because this one right here was heavy. Let me spray some more Kick Karma ass spray. Because that right there, that needed to be cleared. Let's clear this out, angels. Oh my God. These readings have... What are you guys doing to me? These readings have been really heavy lately, you guys. And when I'm saying what you guys are doing to me, I'm talking to my angel. I'm talking to my angels and my spiritual team. I mean, like, they've been throwing some heavy stuff at me lately, and I've been having to get these readings out to you guys. And I'm just like, what was that? Especially the karmic forbidden fruit. Oh my God. After I did that reading, I was like, okay, what was that? What just happened? Oh my God. And this one too. This was one heavy ass reading. Oh, okay. I'm calling in the angels from the higher realms. Lift my vibration. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Nourish the soul. Divine Feminine, it's that time. It's that time to think about you. It's that time to give back to your own soul and nourish your own soul and stop pouring from an empty cup into his cup. No more pouring into his cup. He gets no more refills. Okay? The buck stops here. Heed your dreams. Okay? It's about your dreams now. It's about what you like, what makes you tick. It's about what makes your heart sing. It's not about divine masculine anymore. It's all about you. Okay? So it's time for you to love on you. It's time for you to dote on yourself. Love yourself. Take yourself shopping. Take yourself on vacation. You see what I'm saying? Forget about him. It's all about you right now. We are not even going to talk about divine masculine anymore. Not on this reading in the higher realms. No, we're not. All right. Heed the messages. Okay. My angels are telling you to listen to me. Your angels and your guides and your way shores are telling you to listen. I'm giving you the message. Are you listening? I sure hope so, sis. Because it's not worth you trying to pour into a lifeless soul when you're full of life and you're depleting your life force for someone who don't even appreciate it. Okay? We're going to stop that. No more. Because guess what? We're all connected. And when you get your vibration together and you come into harmonic resonance with the twin that is within, the masculine that is within, and have union with that masculine, girl, let me tell you, you are not even going to entertain the physical masculine that's on the 3D. Will be a complete turn off to you. Okay? And that is how it is going to be for you, because you are going to rise above all of this, and you're going to know that what you do for yourself, you also do for others, because we are all connected. I love you, sis. I love you, sis stars. For all of you that this resonated with, and for all of you that went through the things that I just mentioned, just know there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there is hope, and there is love waiting for you. It may not be through the relationship that you were in with masculine, or it could be. I don't know what God has in store for you, but I will tell you, if you want to go deeper with me, and you want to know how this turns out, we will know together on the other side. All right? I'll go ahead and I'll do an extended reading for this. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase a gift from my Amazon wish list and it will appear on the channel. Oh yeah. Can't wait to see it. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.